All right, let's get it.
2025, Bloomfield officer Daniel Weaver, new to the department with 2 months of service.
Oh,
but
check
over
out
4
Midwest
years.
Safety. They haven't struck my channel, which I'm very happy about. Thank you so much for not striking my channel. I was a firefighter. Please don't strike the channel. I actually give a little bit of knowledge based on what I'm seeing here. Please. But they normally upload for educational purposes. And then I take that and then make fun of the stupid Karens that are idiots and get arrested for dumb reasons. And, you know, acknowledge the firefighters that are on scene and talk about experiences that I've had as a firefighter. So, like, you guys kind of get, like, a double-sided thing from me.
Prior experience, stopped a vehicle at a gas station after scanning the license plate and finding it was suspended for insurance issues.
I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Do you have your license?
You can have a license plate suspended because you don't have insurance? That sucks. Forza. I'll react to that tomorrow. I'll put it on tomorrow's thing. I see that you posted another video for Forza. I got you though. I got you tomorrow though for sure.
Registration.
I had my license before I left the house. I don't know where.
Okay. Do you have any kind of ID on you?
No.
No. You have a driver's license, though?
Yes.
We have insurance on the vehicle. We're working on getting
registration
for it. We do have proof of insurance.
That's just a receipt, huh?
This shows the vehicle with the VIN number. If you look it up, it should be there.
Can I get your ID as well? You don't have your seatbelt on, boss.
I just took it off.
He just unbuckled it.
Could I see your ID? I didn't see you unbuckle, so. Hang tight for just a second, guys. We'll be right back with you, okay?
As Officer Weaver runs their information, Officer Timothy Ontiveros patrols nearby. Ontiveros has 6 months with Bloomfield Police and a year and a half of total experience. During Ontiveros' patrol, a civilian driver with dash and cab cameras voices his opinions of police, seemingly to himself.
I was going 35 miles an hour, and this officer was following me. Why do you think he was following me? Because he's a perv who thinks he's allowed to get in my pants. You think he might have...
What? Hold on. I have to like put the cells together to coordinate that into a sentence. This man driving thinks that the cop is following him because he's a perv that is trying to get into his pants. What?
Yeah.
See, this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about right here. Is like people that go out and make dumb posts online. There's no way that they don't have this kind of mindset. This like so random, offset, like crazy thought. Like it's just mind-blowing mindset that just makes you like look at a comment and be like, what?
Fear for your life? He's an armed thug, isn't he? Well, I happen to believe that. Well, I happen to believe that.
That's not an editing error. The civilian repeats the sentence as if recording a second take. Officer Ontiveros, unaware of the civilian's
so
comment,
weird.
sees their passenger headlight out, prompting a traffic stop.
Oh no.
Now.
3113, 1054.
And we will do it again.
Meanwhile, Officer Weaver makes a discovery about his own pulled-over driver.
27 shows a provisional only surrender expires.
Bro, the way this is edited out is phenomenal, by the way.
Negative, thanks.
With only a surrendered license in the system, Officer Weaver can only assume the driver is unlicensed, as Weaver presumably writes
I
these...
mean, either way, from what I understand, I don't think she'd be allowed to drive with that truck, right? There's no way. It doesn't have insurance and the license plate is donezo.
citations. Officer Ontiveros approaches his own stopped civilian.
Hello, Officer Ontiveros, Bluefield Police.
Yes, sir.
You might roll down your window so I can talk to you?
I can hear you just fine, thank you.
Okay. So, the reason why I pulled you over is you ain't got a headlight.
I saw it burn out on the way in.
Okay, that's fine. So you're aware you don't have a headlight.
Well, what I'm aware of is that it burned out.
You got your driver's license, registration, insurance. You want to go to court? Do you want to pay a fine?
Stupid paper.
It's So you don't want to roll down your window so I can hear you better. Go ahead and pass it out.
No, I'm not going to be doing that. Thank you.
Okay, so this is how it's going to work. That is a criminal offense. You have to provide your ID. If not, you're now concealing ID. We're going to take you to jail. Your choice.
Well, what do you expect him to do with you putting it up against the windshield? Do you think he's just going to write all that information down and take it to his car? No, man, give him the ID. What are you doing? What the heck are you doing?
New Mexico state law,
Okay.
the license must be provided and
3113. Can I get a
exhibited. It
second
does
started?
not say I have to hand you.
Okay, that's fine.
There it is.
That's fine. I'm getting
You
just-
could have just cracked the window by like an inch, dude. The thing is, it's a little bit thicker than like 2 or 3 pieces of paper. Like, come on. Seriously?
129, are you able to break?
Hey, Frank.
10-4, he's going to be at Broadway, Android.
Hang tight.
Hey, you guys are good to go. You don't have a license, okay? So swap with him if he's good to drive, okay? Your license is surrendered, so.
Luckily for these civilians, they are released without
Oh, dude, they just got off easy. Oh my god, they could have towed that car. They just got so lucky.
citations due to Officer Ontiveros calling for backup.
So you don't want to hand me your ID. I'm going to ask you one more
The
time.
law says it must be provided and exhibited. It does not say I have to hand you anything.
I pulled the vehicle over for no headlight.
This mentality, man. Maybe you should trust the person that actually went to school to learn law instead of just reading it online, you know? Just because you read something online doesn't mean you understand it. Like, if you read a contract that's provided by a lawyer and you don't have a lawyer present to read that legal jargon to you, you're not going to understand what the hell that contract is saying.
And he's not wanting to give me his ID.
New Mexico state law says you don't have to. It says provided and exhibited, and nowhere in all 4 pages of it.
Correct. So you're 10-4 for now, or do we need 10-18?
10-4 for now. I'll just sit with him until I can get an ID.
I can write him a citation.
It's right there. That's the law.
29, let me know if you'll meet me over there.
Just like I said, headlight is a criminal offense. This is the reason why I pulled you over. If you read your state statute, it says you have to provide identification when a crime is being committed or has been committed.
A
Okay.
burned out headlight
So-
is an ordinance violation.
That's fine.
Not a crime.
A headlight is a state. It's city, state, it's everywhere.
State law
That's
still
fine.
says provided
That's
and
fine.
Oh my
exhibited.
You
It's
see, you can't argue with somebody like this. You can't. That's the reason why, like, whenever I get these comments online, I'm like, nope, we're just gonna ban you. You can't argue with them because you're always gonna be in the wrong, I guess, in their head. There's not gonna be anything that you're gonna say or do that's gonna make them come to reason or have a logical sense of anything. Just walk back to your car and wait for the other deputy. Honestly, straight up, just wait for him to arrive.
Jail as well.
I'm not concealing anything.
You
It's
are
right there in
concealing
front of you.
ID. I asked for your information.
And I am
So you
providing
have
it
to
and
provide it.
exhibiting it
Okay.
exactly as the
That's
law
fine.
says.
That is perfectly fine.
Good.
So you know what happens, right? If you don't provide your information, you have
It's
to go
right there in front
have
of
to
you.
go to a judge immediately, correct?
That's not true either.
That is okay.
I am within the law on this
Okay.
provided and exhibited, and you know it.
Okay.
You're just trying to get around it, and I'm not going to play your game.
I just want to make sure you're aware of all of this.
What I'm aware of is that you're trying to be a tyrannical, egomaniacal badge thug,
That's fine.
and I'm not going to let you get away with it. I'm
That's
holding you
fine.
to the law. You don't like the letter of the law? That's your problem.
That's perfectly fine.
We'll see about that.
Officer Ontiveros and the
That's like trying to have an argument online with some of these idiots, and then they lose their job, and then you're just like, oh, did you people want a bottle?
subject waits silently as Officer
I'm going
Weaver
to hell,
arrives
but you know
before
what?
speaking to
I'm
the
gonna have a
civilian.
big old
Weaver
smile.
places stop sticks under their truck in case he attempts to flee.
Passenger headlight.
So maybe we'll react tomorrow to people losing their jobs and then getting onto social media and crying about it. I've seen a couple videos pop up, but I've been kind of hesitant on clicking on them because I don't really know them like that, and I don't want them to strike the channel. So, like, we'll see. Maybe we will.
Thank you.
Roll your window down.
It's down enough, thank you.
Roll your window all the way down.
It is down enough,
Hey, sir.
thank you.
Bro.
You can bluster and fume till your eyes burst out of your head.
He's
And I
already
am
got
not
the
breaking
strips.
law by doing
What he threw under the car was the spike strips of the truck.
that, and you do know it.
Okay, I'm Officer Weaver, okay? What's your name?
I'm providing it right there.
You need to provide it in my hand.
The law says provided and exhibited, and in all 5 pages of it, nowhere does it say I have to hand it to you or surrender it to you.
If you do not roll your
And
window
you
down, I'm gonna
are
break your
violating the
window
law.
out. I'm gonna break your window out.
God,
Roll
dude,
your
this is
window
so
down.
stupid. All this over a little traffic ticket. You're gonna really make the cops break your window in over a traffic ticket, brother. You took 2 cops out of service because you want to sit here and be stubborn because you read something online that you barely understand. And you gonna make them break your window out for what? What does this accomplish? You're gonna go to jail.
I have done my job according to the law.
What does this solve?
I'm gonna go swap spots with him and do that tow, and I'll sit here.
No, we're not doing that.
That's a window punch.
This is your last warning to roll the window down.
Officer, I am within the law.
You're not. Hold on. You're not, because a crime is being committed, so you have to provide identification.
And I am providing
He's
it,
being
and
very reasonable too. He said it so many times.
I am exhibiting it according to state law.
So when an officer is provided, it's covered.
Officers point out that his license is physically covered with a sticker. Post-incident police reports indicate the sticker covered his name and address.
The name is
Oh,
covered.
damn. So he had his name and address covered. That's kind of crazy.
Thugs that like to
That's
do that
insane.
name run routine that I'm all too familiar with you guys.
Sir.
You take the name, you run just
Open
the
the door or
name,
roll down the window right
you
now.
run just the name looking for another.
We're breaking this window.
Officer Weaver smashed the subject's window 6 minutes and 25 seconds after the first words of the stop were exchanged, and less than 2 minutes after he approached the vehicle himself.
Back up, dude.
His window punch isn't working. So we actually, whenever you go through the fire academy, we go through a class. They must have like the ones where you have to punch it. It's got like a little divot on the end. Some knives that you get from gas stations have it. But what the best ones that you can get are ones that come in like a little. It's got like a ceramic tip, and when you push it up against the window, it like pops. Because it's got like a little launcher. When you push it just up against the window, it pops it. Those are the best kind of window punches you can get.
29, give me a second, I'll be right down there.
Sergeant.
Yes, they some knives that you can get from a gas station have the window punch and a seatbelt cutter. That little blade that's like a little V at the very top of a knife or utility knife. That's a seatbelt cutter. You take that and you run it across the seatbelt to cut the seatbelt. Because apparently they don't seem to want to work whenever you're in you're in dire straits.
Michael Wells, who was assisting another
bastards
officer
never
with
wanna
an
let you go.
unrelated DWI investigation, leaves to respond to the escalating situation with Weaver and Ontiveros.
You got a window breaker?
Yeah.
Let's pop it.
Hold on, let's wait.
Pop it, dude. Let's pop it.
The police rap and the clear sound of a firearm being pulled
I don't.
Oh,
is,
wait a
quote,
minute.
an unbuckled.
Let's pop it.
The police report notes the sound captured on the subject's in-car camera is, quote, an unbuckling of a holster strap and the clear sound of a firearm being pulled.
I don't think so.
Shit.
So, are you going to provide your information?
What are we doing?
He's really like trying to get this guy to just give them the ID. Like, that's all they need to get this over with. He's really trying.
Provided my
No,
information.
hand me your driver's
I am
license.
not.
And it has a sticker over the license stuff, information. Like, come
I
on.
hand you a driver's license so you can do
Insurance
that name
and
run
registration.
routine and attempt to set me up with somebody else's warrant. That is
that one more
exactly
time.
what you do. They take the name. They run just the name.
Nope.
Then they look for any name like it that has a warrant that's even similar to the name. David Reader versus the state of Pennsylvania. That's what they proved.
Where do you pull all this information from? Were you actually a police officer? I can't stand these people that sit here and come up with this crazy amount of like detail in something and they don't know anything about it.
While no case was found under David Reeder versus Pennsylvania, his description of the case sounds like David Sosa versus Florida, where a man who shared names with a wanted individual was repeatedly misidentified, arrested, and held in jail despite informing officers. The court sided with the officers in that case.
They caught him on camera doing it. They ran just the name in an attempt to get away.
Damn.
I believe this is high-strength plexiglass because this is a four-wheel drive vehicle. It probably will break eventually.
Jesus. Oh, they got another cop coming
I
out.
don't understand your problems. I'm the one within the law.
Because
If you want to break the law on me,
Is he gonna bust the other window?
Criminal fuck that you are.
so you're gonna open it.
I am not going to open my window. I'm doing what the law says.
Or what the hell is his windows made out of? Jesus, there's no way. Man, them Dodges back then were built different. Damn.
You might want to get your sergeant out here. I am providing my information.
You guys on Jordan or on Broadway? We're right at the intersection. My window breaker's not working, so maybe yours will.
I'm sorry you're having such a problem here, officer, but that is the letter of the law, provided and exhibited. That's an ordinance violation, not a crime.
No, it is a crime. Your headlight is a crime. That's the reason why I'm trying to make
There it goes. Oh, he just opened fire. Oh, Jesus. Oh, hello. Ooh, he stuck that gun right out the window and started firing. God.
The shooting begins just before Sergeant Wells arrives. Unaware, he sends this message over the radio while the shooting unfolds.
Oh my God, you hear the bullets just ringing.
Just 9 minutes and 13 seconds passed from Officer Ontiveros initiating the traffic stop to the first shots fired by the subject. We have opted to include some images of the first aid provided due to the educational value of treating a gunshot wound. However, we do not show close-up images of gunshot victims.
3129.
You know how you treat a gunshot wound? If it's in the leg, you tourniquet that motherfucker and you pack some dirt in that bitch till you get to the hospital. That's some official, unofficial, information for you. You grab whatever you can, whether it be a shirt, a bunch of freaking, something that's like, you preferably want something that's not absorbent. You want something to pack it. And then you wrap that bitch up to keep the bleeding. The sooner you stop that bleeding, the better off you're going to be as a person. I promise you. You stop that bleeding. Don't care what you got to do. It don't matter if the person falls asleep. If they get knocked out, you stop that damn bleeding. You worry about everything else later. You stop that bleeding.
Shots fired, shots fired.
You grab yourself, if you don't got a tourniquet, you grab your belt and you torque that bitch down on whatever limb is shot. If it's on like the torso area, you start stuffing. You start stuffing whatever you can in there. Stop the bleeding. You cover it up, hold pressure on it, do whatever you can to make it stop moving and clot. That's how you stop that bullet. Oh my God, dude. What the
3105, send us 55 1018. Sarge, you work on Ontiveros. I'm watching this guy.
Sergeant Wells started his first responder career as an EMT and has actively maintained his medical
my God.
license for roughly 18 years, making him the ideal officer to aid Ontiveros.
If you move,
Hot damn.
don't fucking move!
Oh, he's got the AR out, man. They're not fucking around anymore. They gonna take this bitch down.
Sarge, I got you. I'm covering you. I can see him.
Oh, he's got a shotgun. Holy crap. Oh, man, pull him out of there.
Damn, I got you, man. I got you.
At this point, multiple officers abandon their citations and other duties to rush to the scene.
Oh, I bet.
I am gonna have to let you go. We have a shooting coming out right now, so don't worry about your son. He's not in any trouble. You have a wonderful evening, okay?
Damn, yeah, they're all leaving.
41. Get an officer down in Bloomfield.
Damn, yo, that's just like whenever you get a down firefighter. Bro, like, that is a scary situation when you get a down fireman in a fire. Bro, that is... Because, like, whenever you get a down fireman, and especially in a burning building, you're going to have whatever rubble's on top of them. and you're gonna have that extra 70 pounds of gear on them, you're not gonna drag that person out by yourself. You're gonna need like 5 people to pull him out. A lot of people. That's one of the reasons why I don't really believe in the firefighter carry anymore, because you're not gonna pick that person up and throw them over your shoulder. It's not gonna happen, Captain. You're gonna fuck your own. You're gonna mess your own SCBA pack up doing that, and you're just gonna make the situation way worse because you're putting him up there and all that hot, heated gas. You're gonna make it so much worse for everyone involved. It's gonna suck having to throw him up over your shoulder. You're better off carrying him. You know, doing like the underarm carry or dragging method. You're better off doing that. But like, whenever you hear that pack go off, it's very slow, but it's very, you know the sound when you hear it. And you get that down fireman, that radio from command, which is usually whoever is in command of the situation. For most scenes, for most fire scenes, when you show up, I was the nozzleman, I'd go put out the fire. You'd always have your person behind you, if you had one. If not, it was your captain. And then you had the apparatus driver was always command. And so in some instances where it got real bad or like, you know, it was questionable, you had the fire chief. He would show up and he would take command. When you get a call that goes out for a down fireman, you get like 5 fire trucks at that point. They're all going to drop whatever they're doing and they're coming to get your ass.
Just focus on there. You've got about 4 units in front of you.
If you move, you're gonna be shot again. Do you want?
And what really sucks about this situation right here, what really, really sucks, is because this guy's not in handcuffs, they couldn't call the scene safe. So even if they did get EMT or paramedics out there, they would stage to go in, but they would have to get this guy in handcuffs to consider the scene safe. It's one of their protocols.
Stand me. Do not move.
Because like firemen and EMTs and paramedics, they're not cops. They're there to save lives. And that came out wrong. It came out the way I guess it should, but at the same time it sounds wrong. But they're there to save whoever is in need. If that means that it's the guy that is in the truck that got shot, then that's whose life that they would be there to save.
Ma'am, I got you, man.
C-105.
I've got an officer shot in the neck. And you'll
Oh, damn.
3905. Damn, I got you, bro.
That's a bad one.
Male driver appears 10-7. Not able to render aid right now at this point.
Tim.
What really, really sucks about that is that he doesn't have any of the medical equipment he needs to properly do that. He doesn't have anything, no gauze, nothing. He has nothing to properly set that.
Tim.
I don't understand why we don't have more rules and regulations making officers EMTs. They don't have to be paramedics. Like, you could be a firefighter without being a paramedic. So now, a lot of requirements want you to be paramedics, and some jobs will make you be a paramedic if you get hired by them. But I feel like you should at least be an EMT to become a cop at this point, especially with how often shootings happen. I feel like you need to be an EMT to become a cop, personally. Instead of taking funding away, we should be adding more funding, personally. That's what I think.
Tim, stay with me, bro.
Prioritizing the shooting, this officer releases a DWI.
Because not every cop is a piece of crap.
Suspect.
Get out.
He actually lets this guy go?
I'm gonna hold on to your car keys. Is everything okay? No. Here's your keys, here's your phone, okay? Gotcha, thank you, sir. I put all your paperwork inside the car.
This guy was arrested for DUI? Or DUI? DWI? One of those, right? Driving while intoxicated. He got let go.
Hey, Tim.
I secured my driver's vehicle.
Tim, stay with me, bro.
Hey, Sarge, you need to get him back as soon as they can, okay?
Medics and fire are coming to you, Sarge.
Oh, there's fire.
When you get here, I need you to secure my shotgun. It's on the ground next to me. Is he conscious? No, he's not conscious. He's agonal respirations. I got a bullet.
Oh, he's bad. He is in bad.
Here, left chest. I've got one right.
That's fire.
You're doing great, Mike. I'm 97. Boss, is there any way you can move him away from the truck?
Yeah, just a minute, Weaver. I got.
Yeah, you hear him saying that?
Boss,
They gotta move him.
away from the truck.
Yeah, just a minute, Weaver. I'm holding pressure on his neck, bro.
Okay, I got you. That's me. Don't worry.
I can read it. Ready? Please grab his belt. We need to drag out Diesel. Go.
Yo, by the way, their response to this was phenomenal. Like, they called that guy down, and they say that you have like 3 minutes. Their response must have been at least a minute and a half. I would say at least a minute and a half.
I'll grab your arm. Grab an arm. Got it. Okay. Right in the neck. Right in the middle of the neck. One on the side of the chest.
Oh, Jesus.
Let's start. Are we able to pull?
Right there.
Are you good?
So what they probably would have done whenever they arrived, if he wasn't already gone, I'm sure he probably had some breathing. They should have probably rolled him over onto his side, so that way that blood wouldn't go down into his throat. If he had inhaled a lot of that blood, it could have made things a lot worse.
Are you good? Did you sweep yourself?
No, you got him?
Sweet, yeah.
Pretty bad.
So what, he just unloaded the clip and then called it a day?
He's breathing. He's got a pulse. It's weak.
Let's get him on the stretcher.
1, 2, 3, go.
We're gonna need
Traffic blocked off by Sunray, Andrea, and all those lights headed to the hospital.
Yeah, here comes more.
Walk around. Okay. To make sure we don't have anything struck anywhere.
Okay, we're gonna get in front of the ambulance.
They're probably gonna have to get
Yeah, we're gonna help clear intersection.
investigators out there to figure out. I mean, it's obvious what happened, but
Yeah, you're clear on
to make sure that nobody else got hurt in the crossfire.
Yeah, he's breathing, bro. Here, bro. In my truck.
I didn't get in the left lane now that the ambulance made room for you.
Okay. I'm gonna shut down your camera.
I'm worried about him, dude.
Two, bro. That casing was on his belt.
Okay, was it?
Yep, it was right above his belt.
That's crazy. So he even had a holstered weapon in his vehicle, and he never even announced that.
In the chest and in the neck. Get a crime scene tape.
I'm okay. Weaver's okay. Where else on the way to the ER?
Okay, hold on, slow down. Go back. You stay behind the ambulance.
Okay,
Okay, come on.
let's go. I'll explain a little later, but
So did the suspect? What's going on with him? Did he live? Did they shoot him at all?
5 or 6 in the back window there.
I hate to say this, but I don't think he lives. Whenever you get a shot to the cervical cord back here, where all the nerve endings are to your body, because it went through his neck, there's a good chance that he probably died instantaneously. His body was still just reacting to the stimuli. Because when you sever these nerve endings back here, your body can't even breathe. Because all your nerve endings are right up here at the nape of the neck. And if you, like, sever that, it's pretty much game over right there. As sad as it sounds.
See information. His last name is Ontiveros.
Insane, bro. Just talk. Okay. Exciting night. It's the last time I invite you over to my house. How's Lynch doing? Awesome. No one asked that. I'd always take my home.
One of them's an academy, and the other one.
I was like, hey, I gotta go. You're out of here, man. Have a good night. That's what I'm talking about. Mixed in some questions here with Joe.
He's quasi-immature. I don't want to get him in trouble, but he is kind of sort of mental. He carries knives, sometimes wears the knives on himself. He has been arrested. I just hope it's not Dennis.
The next morning, Officer Ontiveros remained in the hospital while officials searched Dennis's vehicle, uncovering 18 knives, 10 axes, 3 hammers, a mace fashioned from 1-inch piping, a machete, and a coyote trap. Staff and even VA clinic workers, criminal trespass, resisting, and attempted aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
Jesus Christ, this guy already had a history of this. Of course he did. I mean, usually they do, right?
In recent years, up to just a month before the incident, Dennis was charged for threatening retail, casino, medical staff, and even VA clinic work.
Bro. This guy had a history. Of course he fucking did. Why was he out in general? Like, why?
At the VA
Bro,
clinic.
we need to crack down on that. Like, seriously. We need to have stricter laws if you want to walk around and threaten people like that and, like, cause problems in public spaces. You need to go to jail for, like, at minimum 10 years. This is ridiculous.
He allegedly waited in line with an axe slung over
Oh,
his
you
shoulder.
want to take a man's freedom away because he went around and threatened people in his store and waved a weapon? Yeah, I do, actually. You know why? Because a police officer's dead now because of that.
Telling the clerk, "We do this my way or your way." He often called police himself.
What?
And even VA clinic workers. At the VA clinic, he allegedly waited in line with an axe slung over his shoulder, telling the clerk, "We do this my way or your way." He
Bro,
often
what a freaking psychopath. Oh my God. That's insane. They let this guy out in the general... Come on.
called police himself, sharing he was armed and angry, keeping everyone safe, and that if he wasn't, a coroner would be needed. Victims also reported...
What? And they let this guy out? Are you kidding me?
He threatened to return with an AR-15 and shoot everyone. The police...
Hello? What? How is this guy allowed to be out and about?
Also notes a key detail about Dennis's vehicle. The headlight that prompted the stop was not just inoperable. The housing was physically broken. Investigators speculated Dennis may have tampered with it beforehand. Combined with his self-recordings and his clear disdain for the local department, the report suggests Dennis may have been seeking an incident that night. In a post-incident interview, Dennis's father said it was inevitable, adding he thought Dennis would shoot someone, but never expected it to be a police officer. About a week after, on June 1st, 2020,
And you know, that's what's really sad about all of this. You talk to any of their family members, it's always the same thing. They always say the same thing. Yeah, it was going to happen. They just didn't think that it was going to happen in the way that it happened. And it's like, why don't you say something to somebody?
5. Officer Timothy Ontiveros passed away. His organs
Damn,
were
he did lose his life. That sucks.
donated, saving 3 lives. Reports
Damn,
post-operation
so he was an organ donor and he managed to save 3 lives because of that. That sucks. That absolutely sucks, man.
indicate the recipients are doing
We can't
well.
keep these freaks in prison where they belong.
The investigation surrounding Dylan Weaver's conduct in the case is led by the San Juan County Sheriff's Office via their officer-involved shooting task force.
It's the stance of the 11th Judicial District Attorney's Office that we're going to start reading Miranda on all these. Bear with me real quick. You have your attorney with you, but you have the right to remain silent. You still have the right to stop answering anytime. You understand? Yes. Okay. What type of training have you received in use of force or defensive actions?
Starting out in the academy, completed basic SWAT school, as well as an advanced tactical workshop, mandatory in-service training.
What type of
window? He still failed to comply. I heard the shot. From that point, I remember feeling in fear for my life and in fear for Oliveros' life.
Since you've been a cop, you've had to draw your firearm, present it to people.
Yes.
And they've become compliant at that point.
And at that point.
How did it make you feel personally to use the force you used?
I didn't have a feeling when using that.
What information did you know about
it? Was out of necessity. That's how you should always feel whenever you have to pull a firearm on somebody. It was out of necessity. When you pull a firearm, you should be like, I'm gonna die. I need this weapon. Going around and waving your gun around at somebody for no reason.
The suspect prior to this action?
Nothing.
As far as you know, you've never dealt with this individual?
It's that old saying, don't ever point the end of that gun at anything you don't intend to kill.
As I know.
As of posting this video, the case remains under investigation.
That sucks. Oh, man. Bro, that heats me up, bro. I'm not even gonna lie.